Well, look who it is, Mr. Vice President himself.
Not the VP just yet. Still a few more weeks. How are you feeling, son?
You gotta say, I thought you'd be more excited. And I feel fine. Don't ask again.
Well, if you had to listen to congressmen argue all day, you wouldn't be too excited either. Your mom doesn't even like the house.
Oh, I don't be like that. It's a big deal.
It is, but I also know why they picked me. They need an old, familiar white face. They want me to stay in the back and crack a joke every once in a while.
It doesn't matter. I know you, Dad. You're gonna work your way in further. You're within earshot of the damn president now.
Hopefully we can do something about this goddamn war.
If anyone can, it's you.
Fucking burn pits.
In enough, Dad. It's a good day. Let's leave it alone.
You're right. You're always right, Bo. Plus, this is going to help your Senate campaign.
I told you, I don't know about that yet.
Like hell you don't. You're running.
Can you just stop? I can't do that today. Some days I just get overwhelmed. Enough work talk.
Okay. Okay, listen, speaking of family, Hunter wanted to come, but he got held up.
He got held up, right. He's so busy.
Come on, son, you know he loves you. And this new company is really important to him.
His company that does what exactly? Oh, that's right. He sells getting you on the phone.
You're way out of line. There's a lot of money floating out there, and they don't just give it to you for being a senator. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America.
Dad, what are you saying? Are you okay?
And what's happening? They're in a situation where they in fact pay 8.2% taxes. If they just paid 24%, 25%, either one of those numbers, they'd raise $500 billion, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with COVID. It's going to be dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death.
Since I've changed the law, what's happened? I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there's 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. It's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue that.
Thousands of people dying. And also
until we get the total base on the total initiative relative to what we can do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of this sentence. I don't think that's what he said either. Look, we had the safest border in the history of our country.
That $2 trillion tax cut benefited the very wealthy.
President Trump?
Including the founders. First of all, that was a made-up book, Suckers and Losers. They made it up. It was in a third-rate magazine. It's failing, like many of these magazines. He made that up. He put it in commercials. We've notified him. We had 19 people that said it.
That's number one. Number two, the idea that I have to apologize to you for anything along the line. We've done more for veterans than any president has in American history. Crime is the worst.
When I was a young man, I prayed to God. Prayed for him to make me president. And when he didn't, I sinned to get there myself. So as punishment for my many transgressions, God gave me the presidency.
What in the hell was that, Joe?
These fucking shots aren't working. I'm still sick. I need some water. Somebody get Mom some water.
You said he'd be fine.
No, ma'am. I said he'd be able to make it through. Big difference.
How much did you give him? Do we up the dosage?
These shots don't make him a super soldier. What happened out there was something else. I told you. You guys are pushing him too hard. He needs actual rest, not just naps on the plane.
Julie, where are we tomorrow? And where's Jen?
She's waiting for us in Charlotte.
I talked to him. I told him I couldn't touch this.
Mr. President, as your doctor and your friend, I am begging you.
Talk to who?
Please take a day off. Just one. If you don't stop, you won't be able to string a sentence together. Your brain isn't equipped for this. Nobody's brain is. You heard what Dr. Ulis said. We can't go back. The blackouts are going to get worse.
Look, I'm fine. Just get me to this stupid party. And get me a fucking coffee, strong and black. Just like Cammy.
Christ, that's enough, Joe.
thought being president meant having control. But it's the opposite. It's fucking humiliating. They parade me around like some circus attraction, just to let the money know they're still in control. I don't know if I want this anymore.
I hope you're having a better night than mine.
A bad night for you is a bad night for the country, Mr. President.
You always were a kiss-ass Bruce. I love that about you.
It's but a flesh wound, sir. Let the jackals have their laughs tonight, and it'll be forgotten by
In Washington, loyalty is all you really have. And sometimes that's not enough. It takes 1,000 people working around the clock just to move me from point A to point B. I don't take that for granted.
Dead son in the middle of the State of the Union?
I'm sick of everyone talking to me like I've got one foot in the fucking
It's all
grave.
out in the open now, no more hiding.
Okay, I'm pulled in a million fucking different directions. I don't know.
I know you've got a campaign to save, but I'm not going to go pecking at him every 5 minutes when he's got actual matters of state to deal with. He needs our support.
Bruce, can you please explain to me which matter of state he can address if he's not the president?
Can both of you stop? We're all sailors on the same sinking ship here.
What can we give him today? He needs to look strong and presidential, so Adderall or Ritalin.
I honestly don't know. With how his condition works, Adderall could make his brain even more unstable.
Could it get him through the speech?
Bryce, Julie, I'm his doctor. You're asking me to potentially harm my patient. We're in the phase where things are irreversible. Physically, he's healthy and could probably live to see 100. But mentally, he's fading fast, and everything we give him will make it faster.
Has no one else here considered the consequences if he loses?
Gee, now that I think of it, I haven't. Tell me more.
Oh, fuck off, Bruce. Why are you even here right now?
Well, see, I'm his chief of staff, and you are his staff. So right now, I guess I'm wondering why you still have your job.
Deputy Chief of Staff, relax. Where's the Dark Lord at, by the way? No one has heard from him.
I haven't heard from him either, but I'd imagine he's in some dark room in the White House, sharpening his axe and writing a list of heads that are about to roll.
Well, that's one thing we can agree on.
Dad, how long do I have to stay in here? Dad, can you hear me?
It's for you. It's Donald.
Wake up, Sleepy Joe. I told you the vultures were circling, Joe. You didn't listen, you should have. Because now the storm is really coming. You're gonna need a safe way out.
Whatever you're getting at, save it. I've got an entire country to run.
That's right, Joe. You're running the country. Right off a cliff. I admire you for sticking it out. You are a fighter, Joe, but you simply can't win this. I know you know it when you're staring off into space at those events. What do you see? You're so sleepy you must dream a lot, huh? Can you see what's coming, Joe? You should see who I'm picking for Attorney General. You're gonna love it. There's gonna be trials, Joe, lots of them in investigations. You and your little buddies are so tangled up, it's not going to be hard to get you guys locked up. This retarded circus you call the government is about to come to an end, and you can't stop it. How are you going to protect Hunter when you can't barely remember where you are? Goodbye, Joe.
Look, Joe, I wanted you to hear it from me. Sorry, something Kimmel tweeted about me. Look, I wanted you to hear from me first. The party is going to go with Hillary. They think, and I agree, that her network is. More sued to take on Trump. And with what happened with Bo, we think it's best.
Listen, Joe, I know it was a bad night. We just want to make sure we've still got executive support. Okay? There's some concerns, so I really think this one we got to get you ready for. I'm going to set it up for the 3rd, okay?
Podium, walk right. Lights on the podium.
January 6th and what all. So that will be dealt with out there. And sometimes there's a parallel universe between the political elites and the American people. It'd be nice to see what the voters say. But I can tell you, it started minutes in. It started with the first couple of answers.
You need to give him more.
Throughout the night from a, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, speak. There is a deep and a wide and a very aggressive panic on the Democratic Party. It started minutes into the debate and it continues right now.
Declaration of Independence, but I'll let Donald Trump walk away from it. I give you my word. I I give my word as a Biden, we're still a nation. I believe we're still a nation that believes in honesty and decency and treating people with respect. I still believe we're a nation that gives everyone a fair shot and leaves nobody behind. We can never give up what makes America, America. Donald Trump is motivated by revenge and retribution. America. Well, revenge and retribution never built a damn thing. That's what always built America. That's what we continue to build America today. The choice in this election is simple. Donald Trump will destroy our democracy. I will defend it. So, folks, one term saying America's a failing nation. Where the hell does he think he is? I'm serious. I don't know, President, nothing beyond our capacity. Nothing. America's a failing nation. Where the hell wouldn't trade places with America in a heartbeat?
Do you think he's yelling too much?
He's dead wrong.
He's on government-issued meth. I'm surprised he's not screaming more.
I stand here today, I can honestly say I've never been more optimistic about America's future in my whole career. We just have to remember who we are. We're the United States of America. There is nothing beyond our capacity.
I can never remember where her stupid office is. Who in the hell actually works in the office? Gotta walk all the fucking way down here.
Sorry, Mr. Schumer. Nancy isn't in right now.
Yeah, I can see that. My eyes aren't that fucked up.
You're gonna want to burn that after you read it.
I need to speak with the president immediately. We have a highly time-sensitive situation.
The president isn't available right now.
Then wake him up.
General, if you need presidential authority, I promise you I have it. You're more than welcome to wait, but given that it's time sensitive, just what is your situation?
We have a DIA asset on a convoy in Russian territory, and it's in danger of being overrun.
Okay, and what are you asking me?
Asking for permission to use American air assets to hold them off.
Can you do it without Russians finding out it was us?
Yes.
Then do what you think is best. I don't even know how this fucking shit works anyway. Just get it done.
We need to talk, Mike. I just got off the phone with Julie. We got the latest internal polls. As of a week before the debate, it has Donald Trump winning 401 electoral votes.
Jen, it's very important that you never say those words out of your mouth to anyone ever again. We've both seen a lot of election cycles. This one doesn't feel different to you?
What the hell do I even do with this information?
3 years ago, they were storming the fucking Capitol. What do you think they'll do next January if these are his numbers right now? There's so much more at stake here. Joe made promises to 1 million fucking people and kept his word, and this is what happens. This party, this entire fucking party, is built on a scheme. And some dangerous people are close to finding that out if he loses. And what's worse is when they see how bad he loses, then they'll start looking into 2020 and then we're fucked forever.
Thanks for mansplaining how bad this is, Mike. I kind of lived through the entire thing. I need to know how the fuck I give this info to Joe.
When was the last time you saw someone bring in bad news and keep their job? Jill is making me fire Anita next week because she suggested that maybe he shouldn't let Hunter bring fucking coke in the White House. That's what it's come to, Jen. Wake the fuck up. Just keep your head down and tell the emperor what he wants to hear and just keep the donors away from him. If he and Jill want to live in fucking La La Land, let him. I'm not sticking my neck out. Rome isn't burning, it's burnt. But this time, it's not a fiddle playing, it's fucking Beyonce.
We can't hide him like we've been doing, but if we don't, people will see how bad he's gotten. This is an actual Cat 5 shitstorm. Obama is trying to rally donors, but he's been vetting replacements for 2 months already. I had to lie straight to Lindy Lee's face for 20 minutes the other night. Do you know how hard it is to lie to Asian women? And also, it'd be nice to have a running mate that brought literally anything to the fucking table, other than wine. I mean, she is good for
Kamala's
that.
people are already making whispers about the 25th Amendment, and half of fucking Washington is calling me asking if they should start shredding papers. In 4 hours, he's going to walk into that governor's meeting, and if he can't get him in line, the dominoes start falling, and Chuck and Nancy are going to start taking us out one by one.
Well, look at it this way. If we both impale ourselves with a samurai sword, Hunter can use our blood to make a $20 million painting.
Well, at least you're staying positive about all of this.
You just had to be president, now here we are.
I'm tired, Jill. I'm trying my best, but I'm just tired. Every time I take one of those shots, I wake up, and I feel worse. Things just don't click.
These spineless cowards are coming for you. You walk in there with anything less than a bomb. They will run someone else and lose it all, but it won't be them going to jail. Oh no, it'll be your fucking son, Joseph. I don't care how tired you are. The only way out now is through.
To babble, he doesn't know what he's saying, he loses his train of thought. That soundbite will be run 1,000 times between now and Monday.
There is a deep, a wide, and a very aggressive panic in the Democratic Party. It started minutes into the debate, and it continues right now. It involves party strategists, it involves elected officials, it involves fundraisers. And they're having conversations about the president's performance, which they think is dismal.
That is not like anything that I've heard in this campaign so far. And a lot of it has to do with, first of all, there was a ton of frustration about Trump's lies. I mean, he lied a lot. But the problem for Biden was that Trump was able to take sometimes incredible falsehoods and turn them into some kind of argument, whereas Biden's answers were, in a lot of cases, not coherent, deeply problematic. That he was not able to. I also talked to John.
I couldn't find you, so I gave him some on my own.
I know many of you flew a long way here, so I apologize, but this will be brief. I need to make this perfectly clear. I'm not dropping out of this race.
Mr. President.
I wasn't finished.
I'm sorry, sir, but neither was I. You have a lot of concerned people in this room. For months, your team has been hiding you and shielding you from anyone. We know you're working hard, but we're all raising money for the party too. We've been in the dark. What are we supposed to do here?
Am I not allowed to have a bad debate? It was one bad night, I was sick.
We hear nothing from your office for months, and then we see your bad debate. Respectfully, sir, that was a complete catastrophe. Bad doesn't begin to describe it, but beyond that, it calls into question if you're even fit to...
Say one more word and see how fast I call back when fire season starts this winter. Do it. Now listen up, because I'm only saying this once. We all know what's at stake here. This isn't just an election, it's a fucking war. Every single second we waste talking about this is a second wasted not fighting Trump. I've already told Congress and the Senate the deal. Win or lose, I'm staying in. I'm healthy, I can do it. If anyone here thinks they got a shot and can do it with 3 months left on the clock, be my guest. But when you scrape together just enough votes to make us lose, it'll be far scarier folks than me that want your head. You all came here to tell me that you know how I really got here. You all worked hard in 2020 and you all lent us your networks. But the fact is, it doesn't matter. No matter what you think you hold over me, I hold the office of the President of the United Nations on the...
Mr. President, we love you and we believe in you. No one is trying to mutiny and get in the way. I think we all just want a little more information and something to tell our people who are worried.
Aren't you their governor? Tell them whatever you want. That's not my department. My department is telling you that anyone here wants to be a turncoat. I can send a lot of buses to your state in 6 months. Then we'll see how fucking worried they are. Regardless we're winning this thing, nothing's gonna stop us.
Who is us, Joe? Is that the party, the American people, or your people?
Us is the people who don't flake when it gets tough. Us is the ones who get remembered when it gets good. So, if you're with us, I suggest you walk outside and start singing my praises to the first fucking camera you find. Good day.
We're now taking you live to Washington, D.C., where Democratic governors are meeting with U.S. President Joe Biden.
Dealing with COVID, using the science, investing in infrastructure, and working to the middle class. And all of us are trying to figure out and just want to make sure as governors, we're on the front line of many of these things. We're in states, whether they're swing states or not, where folks care and are giving us feedback. And the feedback was, we are all looking for the path to win. All the governors agree with that. President Biden agrees with that. He has had our backs through COVID, through all of the recovery, all the things that have happened. The governors have his back, and we're working together just to make very, very clear on that. A path to victory in November is the #1 priority, and that's the #1 priority of the president. So that's what we're trying to get done. The feedback was good, the conversation was honest and open, and the actions that will come out of that will make sure.
Un discorso appassionato e un po' caotico di una donna italiana che parla di shopping. Ah, lo shopping, ma parliamone perché io odio fare shopping, ma come si fa? È una cosa meravigliosa, è piosa, è come una caccia al tesoro, solo che alla fine il tesoro te lo porti a casa.
Hello, Mr. President.
George, I'm here with Joseph Kahn. I know it's a little out of your wheelhouse, but there's something we want to discuss.
I'm listening.
Well, you know, we're kind of backed into a corner. These are extraordinary times, my friend. I think, and Joseph agrees, you should, you should make a statement for the donors.
A statement?
Yeah, I saw it. I had a feeling I'd be getting a ring. Remember, if there's any last-minute audibles or you call it off, I need 18 hours notice. The effects have a lag time. He could stay activated for longer than we need. Yeah, no, he's good. We're having a good time. What? Oh yeah, there's a shooting range near the campsite. This one won't kick like the other one. A little up and to the right. So listen, our big assignment might come sooner than we thought. Well, it's important we keep training.
Wake up, little boy. You are under attack. Your country is under attack. Do you even care? Join the war, little boy. Be a strong man. Your ancestors ruined your life before it could begin. Be a strong man. You must test your worth. You must prove yourself to not be a faggot. Be a strong man. Be a strong man. Be a strong faggot. Join the war, faggot. The war will be endless. You're a shit little boy. Faggot little boy. Join. Be a strong man. The women of your country hate you. You disgust them. Join the war to impress them. Be a strong man. Join the war. Join the war. Fighting is how you become a man. Join the war. Only a faggot cuck would sit at home while his women are raped by manly brown men. Join the war. Why do you hate yourself, little boy faggot? Do you know why? Join the war. Are you not strong enough, little boy faggot? You're too weak to pick up a gun and shoot. Go fight to show them that you're not a faggot cuck. Are you getting angry, faggot cuck? What are you going to do about it? Nothing. 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 You want nothing. 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 Just a disgusting little filthy cuckboy. Do you want to die? Do you want to die right now? Are you angry for it? Are you ready to pick up the gun? Are you ready to finally be a man? Are you ready to pick up the gun? Aren't you sick of being a faggot cuck? Aren't you sick of your women getting fucked? Your race is going extinct. You're the descendant of failed experiments, destined to be bred out of existence by manly brown men. Your race is a failure. And fuck your women. You have proven you're just a faggot cuck from a long line of faggot cucks. Oh, are you crying, little boy? Are you ready to fight? Why pick up the gun to not be a faggot cuck? Pick up the gun to not be a faggot cuck. Join the war. Die like you should. Join the war. Die like a man. Live and be a faggot. Or die and be a man. Live and be a faggot. Pick up the gun. Be a man. Be a man. Be a man. Be a man, faggot. Be a faggot. Be a man.
Okay, let's call it. Looks like 11 hours, 42 minutes. That's a bloody record, I think.
Which program is this again?
That was 17, I believe.
Is that the one that says the F word over and over?
Yep.
I hate that one.
I know, it's like, who writes this shit?
He didn't respond to Program 17 like we'd
There's
imagined.
probably, what, like $5 million worth of degrees in this room, and you guys can't get a 19-year-old gamer kid to do what you want?
The program deploys a cascade of bioresonant
I just need
triggers.
to know when he'll be ready. I don't know what any of this shit means.
He's just not motivated by humiliation. You know, given his psych profile, we did see a good amount of progress in Pathways 4 and 7, but still not the total needed to get a response. If we had a better idea of the assignment, we could...
I don't even know what the assignment is. I just need to know when I can get him on a range.
We'll do a mind wash, hijacking the ventral tegmental area to reinforce obedience while suppressing independent thought. Over time, it forms artificial neural loops that redirect decision-making impulses through a secondary filter we call the compliance loop. We'll do a mind wash.
Not exact, but just like an idea.
Like I said, 5 to 8 days. Can I do this now?
I need a more reliable timetable. How long until the effects wear off?
You're not really supposed to do this on a whim and then stick him under bright lights. He's going to look taut. Okay, Mr. President, you're going to feel a little poke.
Okay, and this is Andrew Vargas Tyler.
Vargas Andrews.
I'm so sorry, we had a mix-up on our sheet.
He gets his fucking leg and arm blown off, and you can't even get his
Here, let's
name
get a
right?
picture real fast.
Of course. Gotta seem like you care about
Ma'am,
the
I
lives
understand
you
you're
ruined.
upset, but that is the president.
Oh, well, it's good to meet you, son.
Kept him up for this.
You know, my son was in the military.
I don't give a fuck. You listen to me. You guys better take care of him for the rest of his fucking life.
Happy Independence Day! At least the rain helped the humidity a little bit. Jill and I,
Okay, fuck it. What's the over-under on him flubbing by the first paragraph?
This special day. I really mean it. You represent only 1%, not quite 1% of the American population.
A little louder, I don't think all of the reporters heard you, dipshit.
What? I can't make jokes now?
You're all volunteers, you do it. And I got in trouble for saying this years and years ago, but I make no apologies for it. We have many obligations as the government, but only one truly sacred obligation. sacred. To prepare those we send into harm's way, and to care for them and their families when they come home, and when they don't, their families. As your Commander-in-Chief, along with the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense, I want to thank you for your service and your sacrifice. Let me close with this. Last month, Jill and I traveled to Normandy, France to commemorate the 80th anniversary of D-Day. We met with American veterans, some of them about 12 or 14, over 102 years old. Veterans who toured we toured the battlegrounds, went to the cemeteries, and looked at what was happening. There should be no question about it. All those who served as members of the military were heroes, genuine heroes. Heroes for freedom, democracy, and America. Look, now decades later, we have to look at ourselves and ask the question, will we stand for freedom again? Will we stand for democracy? Will we stand together as Americans? I believe we will and we can. And by the way, I was in that World War I cemetery, France. And the one that one of our colleagues, the former president, didn't want to go and be up there. He probably shouldn't have said anyway. We got to just remember who the hell we are. We're the United States of America. And there's nothing beyond, and I mean this in the bottom of my heart, there's nothing beyond our capacity. Happy 4th of July. May God bless you all, and may God protect our troops.
That was great. You feeling okay? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine. Don't keep checking. There's no point trying to argue with God. He doesn't ask for a second opinion. I'm staring at the end of my days. I'm ready to meet him face to face. And when I do, I'll try and say, I did my best, but it won't come out because it's not true. America cannot exist without conflict. We need it like food and water. We get out of bed just to fight, to claw tooth and nail for what's ours. That's why I had to make those promises. I had to get here to show them I still wanted the fight. I was still in it, that I wasn't what they always said I was. They made fun of my stutter, but how many of them made speeches to the fucking world? How many of those little cocksuckers ever commanded the most deadly fighting force on the face of the planet? How many of them got to lead the American people to our true calling? Sometimes I think about what it would be like if we weren't here, if all Americans just vanished. What would be left? What would it matter? So many people in this town don't understand what Americans really are. Sure, we're all the nice things they say, but the truth is, we're greedy. We're a country of snake oil salesmen and hucksters, a place where you can sell anything, even belief. I never had a talent for business, but I know belief. That's what I'm trying to sell them now. A little bit of hope before the truth crashes down on us. Telling the lie a little bit longer. The way you lie to a child when you know they're dying, but you tell them they're going to live anyway. I wanted us to be better. I wanted the family to be better. I wanted Americans to be better. But I'm afraid we're not better. And I'm afraid I made us worse.
Well, how the fuck do they expect that right now?
Yeah, so basically they need the order signed like today or they're going to charge us an absolutely criminal amount of money to shoot in this shitty school.
Tell them we're getting it signed now, and then tell them that unless they want to fund her.
Okay, we all good to go?
Fire away, George, you know I'm ready.
Let's start with the debate. You and your team have said you had a bad night.
But your friend Nancy Pelosi actually framed the question that I think is on the minds of millions of Americans. Was this a bad episode or the sign of a more serious condition?
It was a bad episode. No indication of any serious condition. I was exhausted. I didn't listen to my instincts in terms of preparing, and I had a bad night.
You know, you say you were exhausted, and I know you've said that before as well, but you came, and you did have a tough month, but you came home from Europe about 11 or 12 days.
So Kevin, do you...
It's a good day today. He's got good recall. Dr. Ula said sometimes remissions can happen, but sometimes it returns worse than
Jesus,
before.
Kevin, I was just gonna ask if you had some trail mix. We don't need to go that fucking deep every single time. God damn it, dude.
No virus. I didn't. I just had a really bad cold.
Joseph, how are you?
Julie, listen, I'm going to keep this brief. In 4 days, we're running an op-ed by Clooney, and he's going to call for Joe to drop out. You guys better circle the wagons and start counting your friends.
So you're, what, calling to tell me not to count you among them?
I'm giving you fair warning to get your ass out of a building that's already on fire.
Why 4 days?
He didn't say, but I think he's got some senators and governors convinced to make statements beforehand to convince the voters. But then Clooney is going to be the coup de grace and convince the donors to cut off the money and back Shapiro. His little stunt at that meeting didn't do him any favors, by the way. I gotta go. Don't say I never looked out for you.
Is that he also lied 28 times. I couldn't, I mean, the way the debate ran, not my fault, nobody else.
Very simple message when it comes to politics.
But it seemed like you were having trouble from the first
Joe
question.
Biden needs to run for president. That's what this book says. Everything in here about relevance, what Bo called duty, what your sense of significance, whether you're quoting a philosopher or not, that was about fulfilling your responsibility writ large. I'm not saying you'd win. I'm not saying I wouldn't hammer you on a daily basis if you ran. But in this book, how hard for you is it to reconcile yourself with that sense of duty that he brought to your life and that you brought to his?
Well, look, everything with Bo was about duty, and everything about Bo was about the lesson he learned from my father. Everyone's entitled to be treated with dignity. I mean, everybody. For God's sake, everybody. And that's what Bo did. And what I try to point out here is you can have severe loss, but if you hang on to purpose. And so I'm trying like hell to do everything I think, it sounds corny, but that Bo would want me to do. I mean, when his mother and his sister were killed, he and Hunter were the kid. I looked up to them rather than look up to me. And the point in here is that the American people are better than their leadership is now, across the board. And we just got to give them a chance. Whenever we give them a chance, they've never let the country down. And so from my perspective, I'm spending all my time, and I give you my word as a Biden, I'm spending all my time seeing to we elect a Democratic House and have a chance to elect the Senate to stop this insanity and begin to right this ship again.
I've sculpted the party during its most successful era since FDR. I've worked with Joe for over 12 years. I got the corporations in line for them. I built their message for them. And now, after all I've done, he's booting me out over fucking this?
The debate went to shit. Heads got to roll.
No, it was his brain that went to shit. I've never prepped a candidate and had them lose a debate. Not once.
You know he loves you and Ron. Nothing's going to change. But it's optics. Besides, you're going to be fine anyway.
It's not about being fine. Everyone in this town is fine. We're all fucking made of money or come from it or married into it. I could care less about employment. It's not about a job, Mikey. It's about getting fucking numbers on the board, you know? Hanging a jersey from the rafters. And this fake doctor is pissing all over our chances. This was supposed to mean something. All the work, the years, the financing. It was supposed to be leading to something bigger. And this is how it's going to end, with staffers doing TikToks and a fucking cokehead in the Situation Room.
We knew the deal. It was never his White House, it was hers. And in his defense, Hunter didn't drop the coke. It was Doug's.
You know, Mikey, no matter how well you play devil's advocate, you're still just advocating for the devil. Fuck off with the detached sympathy, okay? We both know inside you're saying better her than me. And I don't blame you because I'd be saying the same thing. That's the game. We all know the rules of the game. It's a dirty business, but the things we're having to clean up are fucking disgraceful. And everyone in there knows it, and you know it too.
For fuck's sake, Anita. Look, tell Ron he's still in good standing. You both are. It's just... Family business.
Yeah, what a family.
Yeah? Well, it's the only one we fucking got.
The donors are going to start peeling off. I'm pretty sure Lindy has been talking to reporters on background. Clooney and Obama have been talking too. I think we're going to see an exodus if he doesn't drop out. Figure out a way to tell him without getting beheaded, but you guys are fucked either way. The only difference you can make now is how fucked you leave the party. If he loses, there will be trials, and the guillotines will come out when they see what's been happening right under their noses. And I love Joe, but if he'll do this to me for slighting his fuck-up son, what do you think he'll do to you if it means keeping him out of jail? Be careful in there, Mikey.
I'm watching it right now. The commitments have already been made. I told you all this hard work would pay off. Yes, sir. Correct. My office already has the spending package written up. He just needs to sign. Sleep well, Mr. President.
Wait, Miss Nuland. I'm grateful for your help, and I know why I'm here. But do not think, because I'm an actor, that I make pretend when I say I love my country. Please just let me talk with him face to face.
I'll see to it, sir.
Recognize the dedication and hard work he brought to his leadership. But now our country has voted decisively for change, for national renewal, and a return of politics to public service. And the gap between the sacrifices made by people and the service they receive from politicians grows this big. It leads to a weariness in the heart of a nation. A draining away of the hope, the spirit, the belief in a better. We need to move forward together. Now, this wound, this lack of trust, can only be healed by actions, not words.
Please don't, Dad. You don't have to do this.
What other choice am I left with?
The other choice where you just do nothing. You just let it happen.
They're not going to stop unless I do it.
I know, Dad. Fuck it. We don't have to go through this right now. How are the polls looking?
Hey, how do you think? I'm slowly drowning. That Dyke Healy just took a jab at me. I'm staring at the end here. If we don't win this, the lights go out for all of us. The family, the entire party. This is high fucking stakes, son.
Who cares? Trump will say something stupid and people will forget all about it.
It's not going to be that easy. They've got a lot more control over the narrative than we did 4 years ago. I will say those godless fuckers were right about one thing. It's hard to win an election when your opponent controls Twitter. It's fucking hard. It's all changed. That's why I have to do this. It's for the family, and it's for the country.
Right. Listen, Dad, I thought this was weird, but Jill asked me to move in here. She said she thinks it's best if I'm around
Mary
you more to
Mother
look
Jesus.
after you.
It must be getting bad.
Come on, Dad. Don't be like that.
Enough. Late December. That's when it'll happen. Kick and scream all you want, but I'm not letting this go any further. And if you're moving in, then keep your nose clean. And don't ever bring that filth into my house again.
I told you that it was Doug's.
Yeah, well, you tell me a lot of things.
That motherfucker.
What's wrong?
Okay, here's the title. Okay, you ready? It's gonna be, I love Joe Biden, but we need a new nominee. It's nice, right? I've got. Okay, here's I'm a lifelong Democrat. I make no apologies for that. I'm proud of what my party represents and what it stands for. As part of my participation in the democratic process and in support of my chosen candidate, I co-hosted the single largest fundraiser supporting any Democratic candidate ever for President Biden's re-election. I say all of this only to express how much I believe in this process and how profound I think this moment is. I love Joe Biden, as he's won many of the battles he's faced, but the one battle he cannot win is the fight against time. None of us can. It's devastating to say it, but the Joe Biden I was with 3 weeks ago at the fundraiser was not the Joe Big Effing Deal Biden of 2010. He wasn't even the Joe Biden of 2020. He was the same man we all witnessed at the debate. We're also terrified by the prospect of the second Trump term, that we've opted to ignore every warning sign. The George Stephanopoulos interview only reinforced what we saw the week before. As Democrats, we collectively hold our breath or turn down the volume whenever we see the president, whom we respect, walk off Air Force One or walk back to a mic. We won't win the House, and we're going to lose the Senate. This isn't only my opinion. This is the opinion of every senator and Congress member and governor who I've spoken with in private. Every single one, irrespective of what he or she is saying in public, put our heads in the sand and pray for a miracle in November, where we can speak the truth. It is disingenuous, at best, to argue that Democrats have already spoken with their vote, and therefore the nomination is settled and done, when we just received new and upsetting. Yet most of our members of Congress are opting to wait and see if the dam breaks. But the dam has broken.
Joe Biden is a hero. He saved democracy in 2020. We need him to do it again in 2024.
So now you see why I've got to do this.
Are we going to be okay?
I'll always make sure we're okay, son.
So, what do you think? Too dramatic? I showed it to Damon, he loved it.
I think that'll work just fine. Listen, I've got a great idea for Ocean's 14.
Ha! You make one Netflix movie, and now you want to be Soderbergh.
Sir, respectfully, given the crucial hour you currently find yourself in, I think a little bit will go a long way with President Zelensky. People still like him. He's good in the polls. He just wants a 5-minute face-to-face.
Now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. Who's going to beat President Putin? President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin,
Is he
we got to
fucking
worry
serious
about it.
right now?
Anyway, Mr. President.
I'm better.
You are a hell of a lot better. More troops, more aircraft, more capabilities. And now the United States has more than 100,000 troops on the continent of Europe. NATO moves swiftly as well, not only reinforcing the 4 existing battle groups in the east, but also adding 4 more in Bulgaria, Hungary, Romania, and Slovakia, essentially doubling NATO's strength on the eastern flank. Together, we built a global coalition to stand with Ukraine. Together, we provided significant economic and humanitarian assistance.
What concerns do you have about Vice President Harris's ability to beat Donald Trump if she were at the top of the ticket?
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there. Partners have signed a bilateral security agreement with Ukraine. More countries will follow. Today, I'm announcing a historic donation of air defense equipment for the United States will make sure that when we export critical air defense interceptors, Ukraine goes to the front of the line. Make no mistake, Russia is failing in this war. More than 2 years into Putin's war of choice, his losses are staggering. More than 350,000 Russian troops dead or wounded. Nearly 1 million Russians, many of them young people, have left Russia because they no longer see a future in Russia. And Kyiv, remember, fellas and ladies, supposed to fall in 5 days, remember? Was still standing 2.5 years later and will continue to stand. Peter, how are you?
Mr. President, respectfully, you know how I am.
Right, it's not easy leading a country.
And thank you for your warm introduction. How are you feeling?
I feel fine, but elections are marathons here.
I wouldn't know.
Neither of us have time for small talk. How about you just say what you need?
I didn't sign up for this.
Sign up for what? What's going on?
We're kidnapping boys off of the street. I've got retarded kids on my front line.
It's not nice to call them that come on, man.
I don't give shit what's nice to call them Joseph. To die confused and scared and alone is not nice. I know I am just a puzzle piece to you people. But I am still the president of my country. This war has to stop. I can't do this anymore. I hear their fucking screams at night.
I hear them too, trust me. You turned out to be a better leader than any of us thought. But you're no fucking president. You see, to be president means one day possibly having to kill millions or letting millions starve. Those are not the kinds of decisions they leave up to men who are worried about getting into heaven. You're a great leader, but presidents don't lead, they preside. And right now, your job is to preside over the fucking money, Peter. I've got 6 months left, even if I lose. I can send a lot more until then. That's all we can do right now. Guys like us, we don't control anything. We have no real power. We just have our title. And it's never enough for the blood we have to spill. We're just sweeping up the last guy's mess. And the guy after us does the same. I don't want the war to continue any more than you do, believe me, but I can't stop it. I wouldn't even know how to. The thing's in motion. Got put into motion when I could still get a hard on and you were prancing around in spandex on television. You trying to get in the way and gum up the works is just going to get you killed. So either get used to hearing those screams or they'll find somebody who can.
It seems the only thing more powerful than American bombs is their desire to use them.
That's right. And don't you ever fucking forget it.
Hey, Mike. We've got a bit of a staffing issue I just found out about. Turns out Jill and Trump are both going to be in East Pennsylvania tomorrow.
Okay, well, I'll tell her to cover her nose.
Yeah, very funny. The issue is we don't have enough agents to cover both of them effectively. One of them is going to have to use some DHS stand-ins.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'm asking which one should get the actual Secret Service detail.
Take a wild guess.
All right, Roger that.
Oh, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something, take a look at what happened.
What in the fuck is even happening right now?
fuck is this, Julie? I came all the way down here, waiting for months, and I get a goddamn handshake?
I know, okay? Things are slightly tense right now.
Slightly tense? My budget is at the breaking point here. I got murders by illegals every week, and I'm hemorrhaging money paying off the hotels to house these people.
They're not illegals, Eric. They're migrants.
No, what they are is expensive. See, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. You guys think you can just change the title and it'll change what the shit actually is, but it doesn't.
Eric, we're hanging on by a pubic hair size thread here. The buses are going to keep on coming. This is just something we've all got to grit our teeth through, okay? Like, I don't know how else to put it. It's just going to happen.
Well, you better find another way to put it, because I've got my people that support me asking very grim questions. I've got city initiatives that could actually do some good, but no funding, because I'm housing goddamn Venezuelan gang members in the Hilton.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you prefer they were Turkish instead?
The fuck out of here. Don't you dare try and threaten me. You and your friends are in no tactical position. I know we're not getting a dime of the money we spend back from the feds once Trump wins, and he will. What good are y'all gonna be to me then?
Eric, your staff was super helpful when we came through, and just all around, I respect you, so I'm gonna give it to you straight here. We just need you to be a good Democrat right now. This isn't for you or for Joe or for me. This is for the party.
All right. You know what? I try being reasonable. Just remember, the wind blows all different directions these days. And I love to throw my weight behind a candidate who could actually win.
Yeah, well, like I was saying about those buses, it's not just Venezuelans, it's Chinese people too.
That's exactly my point. Chinatown don't need any more fucking Chinamen, okay? They got enough.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't want to have national security concerns about your office, given all the Chinese spies we keep finding in your city.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Man, that's just unbelievable.
The buses will arrive on time because that's what the party needs. My people will see you out. Have a safe trip, Eric.
Hey, Ron, can you give me a minute? Is it hot in here? It makes us a laughingstock, and it violates it violates every notion of who we are as a nation. We passed about 61 billion. A lot of it went to refill our own stockpiles, some for contracts, weapons for Ukraine, but it's slow, not much on the battlefield yet.
Mr. President, the funds aren't wasted. Half goes straight to Ukraine. Weapons, training, support. The rest rebuilds our stockpiles so we can keep supplying them. The issue is speed, not commitment.
Look, I just need more simple answers here. I'm just not understanding how this is still fucking dragging on.
I don't mean to be so crass, but we're quickly approaching the point where money and weaponry won't make any difference without bodies and training. That takes time, and we don't have that. So you have to be prepared to ask NATO for more funding, possibly even talk to Macron about boots on the ground.
I just need a no bullshit assessment here. Are they going to be able to hold on?
We know the Russians will launch a major offensive sometime in the next week, and they're starting to enter sectors where we have our scientific facilities. But the Ukrainians do not have the conscription numbers for a counteroffensive for at least another month. I'm sorry I don't have better options for you, Mr. President, but this is where we're at.
He'll call back. He will.
I don't understand how can you side with these people.
I'm not on anyone's side, Mel. This is just part of what it takes. I've done this kind of thing before, okay? He'll call. They always call. When you've got what they want, they always call.
That's not the same. That was business.
So is this.
You made a promise to God. That matters. He's watching us, you know. He sees us with our own eyes. He sees our true heart, and he must, because I do not see yours right now.
It's the same as it always was, baby. He's already lost. He lost months ago, very badly. But he's the only guy on the whole planet who hates that motherfucker Barack more than me. And we can guide it. He can do some real damage. If we can guide his hatred, we can get all of those evil bastards in a little box. That's what they call it in the military, you know that? A kill box. That's what they call it. And that's where we're going to put them, baby.
Do you remember Proverbs 11:27?
I can't recall that one. I'm very sorry. I'm still trying to get through the whole thing. I'm still new to this. Plus, you know how I am about books.
Whoever seeks good finds favor, but evil comes to one who searches for it. You make deal with this man, this bitter old evil man, and you expect salvation?
He's honestly not that bad of a guy when you get to know him. And easy with the ages. I'm not far behind, okay?
Run, you fucking orcs.
Наше наступление в Донецком регионе развивается согласно плану. Основная цель – сжать украинскую оборону и расширить контроль вокруг Покровска – последовательно достигается.
Разведывательные подразделения достигли внешних подступов к Покровску при поддержке дронов и подразделений радиоэлектронной борьбы, которые эффективно подавили украинские средства связи и наблюдения.
Союзные войска! Стреляй! В этом участке!
Украинские... Достаточно. Скажи ему про сарай.
Сарайчик какой-то мутный, да?
Не, ты чё, даун?
Мужчины нашли потайную дверь в этом старом сарае. Городские документы утверждают, что он никому не принадлежит.
Никогда не называй меня дебилом.
Они обнаружили лабораторное оборудование 40 футов под землей, около 10 тысяч квадратных футов. Техническая сложность этой лаборатории может указывать на то, что там производят биологическое оружие.
Интересно, что еще эти американские псы скрывают в этом секторе.
We're in a critical place in history here. I just think that if we can positively, think about things that are just relevant to us here. I've had a few polls done of my own that my brother did, and I think there's a real chance here for us to turn this around if he did drop out. And as you know, women of color, I think it's wise and responsible for us to think about what forward looks like.
All right, you've got the playbook. Chuck and I aren't getting through to him. Tell me what you need me to do.
I was beginning to think we weren't friends anymore.
Enough shit. How do we salvage this?
Well, look, it's simple. We need to isolate him. Find a way to get him off the road and out of the White House. He's an old man after all. And, old men get sick all the time. You make him look weak. He retreats back to Rebohoth.
This is all your fault anyway. It's time you get on the front line too. I'll deal with Kevin, but you're going to be the final blow. If I get him to the beach, you're going to make the call.
your goddamn hands. You're not my fucking boss anymore, Barry. You hear me? We're paying you $10 million a year, for Christ's sake. Just smile and play the hits and stay the fuck out of my way.
Is there anything I can get for you?
No. I'm fine, thanks. Actually, can you grab my phone? I've been thinking about what you said the other day, and it pains me to admit it, but you're right. There's a much bigger plan at work here. Bigger than you or me or this God-forsaken office. I know it's over. Just tell me what I need to do to keep my family safe.
I just need you to drag this out as long as you can. It'll be hard, but the closer we get to the convention, the more it's going to fuck Obama and whatever dogs he's got on the leash. The most important thing is that you endorse Kamala. You have to hold on to the money. You have to, Joe, with you endorsing her, they'll have no choice but to back her to get their hands on the money. And they'll fucking lose. And with a bit of luck, most of them will go to jail.
And what about me and mine?
I'll destroy your legacy. I'll expose what you stole. But after all of that, I'm just going to maybe get a little too busy to do anything about it. You'll get to pardon whoever you have to, and I'll even let it be retroactive because I'm going to cite that later as legal precedent. Your family will be protected. However, we are going to need to talk about the money you've been making in the Ukraine.
No excuse, zero.
Well, let's talk about the conversation this has started, and it's really about language, what we say out loud and the consequences of those. You called your opponent an existential threat. On a call a week ago, you said it's time to put Trump in the bullseye. There's some dispute about the context, but I think you appreciate that.
I didn't say crosshairs. I was talking about focus on. Look, the truth of the matter was, what I guess I was talking about at the time was, there was very little focus on Trump's agenda.
Yeah, the term is bullseye.
It was a mistake to use the word. I didn't say crosshairs. I meant bullseye.
Today is a good day, but other times it's like my brain is out to lunch. I can't even remember the whole interview. They say I did okay, but no change in the polls. Ever since that debate, I've felt like I'm trapped under ice, watching the world race by above the surface. No one even capable of seeing or hearing me. At some point early on, we try and choose good. We try and choose right and choose God. But I don't think I've got a choice anymore. Maybe I never had one to begin with. The longer I do this job, the more it seems that way. You think you'll be a great leader, but you just end up becoming a vessel for death and for greed. Mayhem, madness. That's what I set out to protect us from. But the madness is within. It's in our spirit. The madness is within me. It's within you. And I don't know how we stop that.
Ну, можливо, він просто дуже допомагає, розумієш? Ніби тебе немає поруч, а він тут, щоб допомогти з інструментом.
Ти взагалі колись бачив порно, чувак? Саме так вони всі, бляха, і починають.
Скажіть командуванню, що ми звідси тікаємо.
Пан президент, генерал Коваль, потребує негайної зустрічі з вами. А він каже, що це має критичне дипломатичне значення.
Орки виділили значні сили в сектор на схід від Шаткова. Танки, спецпідрозділи, дрони. Батальйон більше не може зазнати втрат. Вони повинні відступити.
Там затоплює територію. Гадаю, вони щось шукають.
זה אלמנט בגודל של מחלקה. עולי FSB, שלילי. חמרק מסיירים.
The Russians have pushed east of Shetkov and they have taken Krasnikova. So now a very important historical mosque is now behind enemy lines.
Then I suggest you stop telling me about it and launch a fucking counterattack immediately.
I don't have that capability right now, you know that. This attack is a trap. They found your lab and now they are looking for other things. This sector has no strategic value. They will know we are hiding something there.
What we're hiding there is, in fact, the very definition of strategic value. Assessing those types of things is not your fucking job, Peter. Mount a counterattack immediately. This is not a request, this is an order.
Сэр, эти безбожники пытаются вернуть Красникову. Они попались в ловушку.
Mr. President, we have a major problem.
You listen to me very carefully, General. There is no higher priority right now than keeping that building safe. And if we can't, figure it out.
All right, fellas, this one is volunteer only, no flags. Real Call of Duty shit.
Very simple plan here. You halo in, make contact with some Ukrainian friends, hump to the structure. There's only one guy guarding it. Don't talk to him. Don't ask him questions. Just let him know you're there. Then you sit on that structure and keep it safe until the Ukrainians push through Krasnikova to you. If you get overrun, give us a call and we'll drop a fucking anvil on it, okay? Any questions?
Kevin, I'll make this very simple. On your next checkup, you will inform the president that he has COVID.
And why on earth would I do that?
Because if you don't, I will make sure you spend the next 4 years getting dragged in front of Congress for lying about his mental state.
I'm being pardoned, whether he likes me or not.
Kevin, when Trump wins, the rules go out the window. Pardons, lawyers, law, it's not going to matter. Tell him he's got COVID, have him isolate at Rehoboth. Refuse, and the party will destroy you and your little medtech company you think we don't know about. Jill, I just heard about Joe. Is he okay?
Mr. President, I'm sorry to say, but it looks like you've got COVID.
Yeah, that's what Kevin is telling me.
Yeah, it's really severe, so I'm told.
Senator Schumer, can you comment on the state of the president's health? We're hearing he's got COVID.
Biden has tested positive for COVID. The president was expected to give the keynote speech at the Unidos U.S. conference in Las Vegas this evening.
Breaking news, the indicates U.S. news from President Biden has been hit with COVID-19, a diagnosis that comes with his re-election campaign reeling.
That is the second blow the president suffered today. Congressman Adam Schiff is urging him to abandon the race. Kimberly Chang joins us live from the KTLA News Center with developments. Kim.
He is quadruple. It's finally happened.
President Joe Biden has tested positive for COVID-19.
Пане, боюся, у мене немає жодних добрих новин. Орки глибоко окопалися. Ми не рухаємо лінію фронту і не можемо дістатися до споруд.
Hey, we're here.
Сэр, мы обнаружили еще одно сооружение, которое стоит отметить. Старая заброшенная мечеть. Местный фермер рассказал, что видел, как солдаты вошли туда прошлой ночью. Он сказал, что они выглядели как украинцы, но были слишком организованы. Я и руководство ФСБ на месте считаем, что эти люди были американцами, и на этом сайте будут важные разведанные, найденные нами лаборатории.
How are you feeling?
I feel fine. And that's the problem. I'm not sick, which means Kevin lied. And if Kevin lied, that means they got to him. I can't even trust my goddamn doctor anymore. I think I'm done, baby. We've had some close calls, but I think this is it.
Well, if this is it, then it is. What do you want to do?
I've got one last play to make. If I can do that, we'll be safe.
From a debate like that. The problem that Joe Biden has is that now there's even more of a magnifying glass on every single senior moment that he has. And who here really believes he can get through the next 4 months without having...
We pay 10 fucking million a year for your sage advice, and the best you've got is drop out of the race.
We are far beyond advice fixing anything. Look, he's wasted everyone's time. Each day that passes is one less day we get to start from scratch.
This is unbelievable. After everything we've done for you.
Did you guys think we would steal the election for you and let you piss it all down the drain?
Well, who died and made you the head of the party?
When I passed you the ball and you fumbled it, I didn't want to be ugly about this, but you guys wouldn't know what the fucking carpet in the White House even looked like without me. You're only here because I was forced to take you here.
You ungrateful little fat...
All right, enough. I'll say uncle, okay? I'm done. Just give me a day to get some business affairs in order, and we'll send you the draft of the statement tomorrow. Head back to D.C. and make the announcement, okay?
You've got 24 hours and not a minute more. Be smart, Joe. You know what happens if you turn your back on the party.
Hey there.
Mr. President. Hi.
I've never seen you before. Are you new?
Yeah, I'm new. I'm Ashley's friend. My name is Tuba Masood.
Oh, you ever work on a campaign before?
No, sir. This is my first campaign.
They call that the luck of the Irish. Hey, listen, can you help me with something?
Sure. What do you need help with?
I don't know how to work these fucking things.
Get me the fuck out of here. Who the hell are you?
Do you want to live or do you want to ask stupid fucking questions?
Are you sure you want me to post this? I mean, it's not even on your official letterhead.
That's the point. Thanks for your help, Tuba. Keep an eye on Ashley for me. She's been through a lot.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
My fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription drug costs for seniors, and in expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first gun safety law in 30 years, appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most important climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We've protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work. And let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. I believe today what I always have, that there is nothing America can't do when we do it together. We just have to remember we are the United States of America.